Several wonderful places in the world have long been known for their seemingly strange and crazy traditions. People can experience disorientation when they are suddenly subjected to an unfamiliar culture, way of life, or set of attitudes. So here are some seemingly strange traditions from around the world. Carrying pregnant wife over burning coal in China. Once the pregnancy is confirmed, the father-to-be carries his pregnant wife over burning coal. It is said that, if the father successfully does this, the mother will have a smooth and less painful labor. The men do this painful ritual to understand pain of the mother of the child during the pregnancy. The Karen tribe in Thailand. The tribe is obsessed with the beauty of long necks, and women often get involved in this practice by wearing rings around their neck. Brass coils are placed around their necks when they are 5 years old, and they keep on adding more rings when they grow up. Atlas Obscura feast in Spain. During an annual Catholic feast in tiny Spanish village, men dressed as devils leap over rows of babies to cleanse them of sin. The yearly festival known locally as El Colaco. Thaipusam, festival of piercings in India. This Hindu festival is celebrated by the Indian Tamil community and dedicated to Lord Murugan, the god of war. The festival is also known for its way of showing devotion to God. Devotees often pierce different parts of their body with silver skewers and take on other physical burdens. Blackening the bride in Scotland. The custom involves throwing eggs, spoilt milk and, basically, all things disgusting at bride. The blackened bride is then taken around the town. The custom is metaphor for the tough life that the bride might have to go through after the wedding. This tradition prepares her for the new chapter, as after going through this, all marital problems will look tiny. Whipping Monday in Czech Republic. There is a custom celebrated during Easter which may seem weird or even cruel. It is whipping women with willow branches on Easter Monday, and women will reward men for whipping them and usually give boys colored eggs or, for older men, shots of traditional alcohol. Tooth filling in Indonesia. When a Balinese youth reaches adolescence, they have to undergo one of the most important rites of passage: the tooth filing ceremony. Every Balinese teenager before marriage is obligated to go through it. The aim of the ceremony is to symbolically cut down on the 6 negative traits that are inherent in humans: lust, greed, wrath, pride, jealousy, and intoxication. The Polterabend custom in Germany. Family members and friends of future married couples meet at dinner, and break a lot of porcelain, except glasses. The couple is then asked to clean up entire mess. This is supposedly to teach them the importance of unity and hard work, and bring good luck. Germans think this tradition is essential in making marriages last a lifetime. Famadihana, dancing with the dead in Madagascar. Once every 7 years, Malagasy tribe in Madagascar perform a bone-chilling ritual that can make anyone shiver in horror. As a part of their Famadihana custom, they bring back bodies of their ancestors from burial ground to dance around their tombstone with live music. Unearthing dead in this ceremony is known as turning bones. They honor their ancestors and their memory with people drinking, talking and dancing with the dead. Throwing cinnamon to those still single at 25 in Denmark. They have an interesting yet strange tradition of throwing cinnamon to people who are still single at 25. Individual is doused with lots of cinnamon sticks on his or her birthday, mostly by friends and well-wishers. It's interesting because it motivates you to look for a partner before you turn 25, Hanging out in cemeteries in Denmark. While cemeteries are the sites of spooky experience in many countries, this is not so much the case in Denmark. Danes find it becoming to convert their cemeteries into areas for socializing, a rather pragmatic use of space, we might add. These cemeteries are well manicured, and teeming with locals like parks. Tidong tribe in northern Borne. The tribe follow a very ill ritual where the newlywed couples are not allowed to use restroom or even take showers for 3 consecutive days. The family makes sure that they do not give big portions of food or water, and they believe that this will lead to a happy married life. Throwing babies for good luck in India. This might sound frightening, but it is actually tradition participated in by small group of Indian families where they throw off their babies from 35-foot tall shrine and are caught from below. The fact that it is actually illegal, parents still secretly do this for good health. Wife carrying championship in Finland. Men basically carry their female partner and race. There are strict rules and different ways how a man can carry the companion, of course, to win. You have to be the first to finish a race through the track with many obstacles. Hanging coffins in Sagada, Philippines. There is an old tradition in Sagada where people hang their coffins in limestone caves. It was carried out by the Igorot tribe of Mountain Province, which became a common belief among the people in northern Philippines. They believe that this ritual prevents monsters and beasts from taking the dead bodies, and also purifies or blesses the departed soul. Initiation custom in Brazil. It is strange how young boys prove their bravery and strength. In Saterma tribe they showcase the courage by placing hands in a basket filled with angry bullet ants. These ant bites are real painful. The Monkey Buffet Festival in Thailand. Some people might be surprised to be looking at some monkeys top a buffet table, feasting on sumptuous dishes. In this annual festivity, over 6,000 pounds of fruits and vegetables are fed to several monkeys that dwell in Lopburi, Bangkok. Avoid using red ink in South Korea. Based on their history and customs, red ink was used to write down names of dead people. It is therefore considered a taboo to write someone's name in red, which is night in the Czech Republic. Prague has more than its fair share of rituals and traditions, one of which sees young lovers jump over the embers of bonfires. Single men are also encouraged, on this day, to leave tokens of freshly cut branches on the doorstep of the women of the affections. It was once believed that the evil powers on this evening, which falls in between the ancient feast days and Zaraguna in Spain. This well-known tradition means the day of the geese. On this occasion, goose is covered with grease and is tied very high above body of water. Gentlemen then try to get hold of the goose as they jump from their boat. The objective is to rip off the goose's head as they grab it. This competition is a test of their strength, endurance, and agility, which would make them eligible to wed the woman they adore. However, the custom is no longer practiced using a live goose. Bride kidnapping by Romani gypsies. It is custom followed by Roman gypsies. Kidnapping lady you like is very much legal. If that wasn't weird enough, kidnapping also means that you've won her and have the right to marry her, provided that you are able to keep her as a hostage for 3 to 5 days. Hire a handsome man in Japan to watch sentimental movies with you and wipe away your tears. A Tokyo-based company called Ikemisodanchi, which means handsome weeping boys, offers an unusual service. This company provides handsome man of your choice who will watch a sentimental film with you and brush away your tears. The concept was born out of the idea that crying can be therapeutic. Coins feature Disney and Star Wars characters in an island nation in the South Pacific. This tiny island may have a sparse population of about 1,200, but it's renowned for having Pokemon and Mickey Mouse on its money. The South Pacific nation began producing quirky coins, featuring Disney princesses, Pokemon characters and Star Wars personalities in bid to boost its economy and put the petite place on map. Authorities prohibited its people from wearing yellow clothing. In Malaysia, yellow is typically associated with sunshine and friendship, but that didn't stop one Southeast Asian country from banning the brilliant hue due to political reasons. Government norms to select baby names in Denmark. Citizens can only select baby names from stipulated list of 7,000 government-approved names, and for parents who wish to diverge from list, they must seek approval from the government. Selling, importing or spitting out chewing gum is illegal in Singapore. Today, it is legal to transport small amount of gum to the country for personal use, but the vending of it remains unlawful, and leaving masticated gum as litter results in a hefty fine. You can marry a dead person in France. The living person is required to prove that the couple intended to marry prior to his or her loved one's death and must obtain permission from the family of the departed. When traveling to India or Middle Eastern countries, avoid using your left hand. That hand is traditionally used for hygienic purposes and is largely considered unclean. So whether it is eating, greeting someone, picking up a product in a store or exchanging money, always lead with your right hand. In most of Europe, it is best to keep your hands where they can be seen. When talking in Germany, it is thought of as rude to have your hands in your pockets. While eating, rest your wrists on the table versus in your lap. Being punctual. It is good to be punctual, unless you are in India or Venezuela. In both countries, it is customary to arrive between 10 and 30 minutes late for a meal. This tells your host that you are not overly eager or greedy. Slurping your soup, or noodles, in Japan and China. It shows how much you are enjoying the food, but be sure to leave a little food behind. In many Asian countries, finishing everything on your plate is a sign that your host didn't have enough food to offer you. And if you are thirsty, offer to fill someone's cup and then wait for them to reciprocate. When enjoying a meal out in France, Turkey, and Mexico, make a point to offer to pay the bill. It is typically the host's duty to pay, but the suggestion is respected. That said, splitting the check is considered rude. Be careful when giving a gift in some countries. In Russia, certain flowers hold specific meanings and could unintentionally offend the recipient. Same is true in China, where flowers, clocks and handkerchiefs can be associated with funerals. While in the Netherlands, avoid giving anything sharp such as scissors or special knife, as those items are seen as unlucky. What is the strangest culture shock that you have experienced? Mention them in comments.